This is Technomancer for 0 Point Fuel. I've been updating this motor. And you can see I put 3 coils on it. It's got 9 chips. It's basically a Mini 2.0. And I hit an anomaly, and I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I wanted to show it to everybody so maybe you had some input. That's the input voltage at 1.6 amps. That's coming into the motor. Now I switched this meter out with another cheap meter. It did the same thing, but the amperage is reading more than double the input. I hooked a good meter up and it's staying stable. This is reading the voltage on the output. That's the amps of the output. That is the amps of the input and the voltage of the input. Now you might say, well, it's got a generator built into it. Well, it does, but right now the generator's not hooked up. So, and I can show you this. This is the generator, because if I short the generator, you can hear it's the generator. So the generator is actually not performing right now. It's just a straight Bedini with my coil design. This motor is an upgrade from a previous motor that I had, and I really wanted to put my new coils on it and see what it would do. So here, let me take this down. I can show you. That's the input. See the amperage drop? There's the sweet spot. So you can see that's climbing. So I'm really not sure what the hell's going on here. I had something strange happen when I was working on crystal batteries, working on this table in the same exact spot. So I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm going to have to move this and see if that might be the issue. But right now, I'm getting basically 4.2 amps at 21 volts into the battery. It's a NiCad battery. And I'm using an inverter, so that might have something to do with it too. I'll run a battery on it here so I can show you that reaction as well. And I'm only using 1.63 amps at 19.5 volts. But I'm getting an output of 21.2 at 4.2 amps out. Strange. I don't really know what to make of it. I'm intrigued, but I can't really say. I'm using a bunch of cheap meters. So, but I did take this meter and switch it for this meter to see if the problem was the meter. And this one now is reading right, and it was doing the same thing that one's doing over there with the voltage jumping all over the place. Now that could be a problem with the cheap meter. But now this, reading 2 different amp meters, shouldn't be doing that, because this is a higher voltage. You know, that would be over unity, and I've never been able to get over unity without a generator. I've never been able to get over unity with just the coils, you know, running a circuit like this. So it's a little confusing. I'm not saying it's over unity. I'm baffled at what it is. I'm going to hook a battery up and show you that, and we'll try that. Okay, now I'm running off of a NiCad battery, and you can see the drop on it. It's 1 amp, 17.3 in, 1.2 amps in, 3.5 amps out at 21 volts. So it's doing the same thing whether I'm using a battery or an inverter. So it's not the power supply doing it. So it's just bizarre. I don't know what to make of this. Now the motor, I just put the motor together not too long ago, so the motor has a couple sweet spots and the coils are extended. I didn't want to interfere with the, let me set that up, get it in the right spot. There it is. I didn't want to interfere with the generator, so I extended the core out away from the generator. So now it's 2.8 and 1.5. So 16 volts in, 21 out at 2.7. I'll have to follow up on this. This is just too bizarre. Now it does have a sweet spot, and you can see now it's 21 and it's 3 amps in. Yeah, I'm going to have to try this with better meters. That's the only thing I know, because it doesn't seem to be charging at a higher rate than it would normally charge in a NiCad. I'm charging this NiCad right back here. Guys, I'm stumped on this one. I don't really know what to make of it. Well, I'm going to have to explore this further. I want to hook some things up to the generator too. But that's just strange. So for now, this is Technomancer, 0 Point Fuel, signing out.